What's up, you guys, and welcome back to As Told by GiGi 101. So, it is Tuesday, which means I usually give you a Pretty Little Liars review, but unfortunately Pretty Little Liars has ended and it's not coming back on until I believe it's June. So instead of leaving this channel stagnant, I was requested to do a episode reaction to Fuller House. So from now until either Pretty Little Liars comes back on or until I run out of episodes for Fuller House, I'm going to be doing Fuller House reactions on Tuesdays to replace the Pretty Little Liars reaction videos. So, I already have given 3 different reviews on Fuller House. It started last year when I was asked to do a review on just the fact that this concept was coming out. Then I did a review on the preview. Then I did a review on the first episode. I can link all 3 in the description box down below if you're interested in watching it. And I was now asked to do every episode. So anyone who is familiar with my channel would know that I had a lot of reservations about Fuller House. And let's just be 100% honest. When we watch shows as children, we don't really realize how corny and ridiculous and annoying they are. Like, I was born in 1989, which means I'm a 90s kid, okay? I grew up watching Clarissa Explains It All. I grew up watching all that. The Amanda Show, Lizzie McGuire, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. That, One Saturday Morning, okay? Toon Disney. These were just the things that I grew up watching. And while I feel like cartoons never get old, it's actually really weird because with cartoons, you see the inappropriateness, and as an adult watching it, you find it hilarious because it's like, how did I not catch that as a kid? But with shows like Full House and All That and Kenan and Kel, when you watch it as an adult, you're like, this is so corny. I don't even know why I watch this. And that's how I kind of feel about Fuller House. So in this episode, it's called Move-In Day, or Moving Day, I should say. And it is when DJ has to break it to her 3 sons, Jackson, Max, and Tommy, but mostly Jackson, that Kimmy and her daughter Ramona are going to be moving in. And the whole episode is just revolving around a new big change for them. So if you haven't seen any of the episodes, going back a little bit more, DJ Tanner married a firefighter named something Fuller. So her last name became Fuller, hence Fuller House. And they had 3 boys, whom I already named, and the dad died. And it's basically exactly the concept of Full House, but in reverse in regards to sex, because in Full House it was the dad raising 3 daughters and his 2 guy best friends, well, his brother-in-law and his best friend. In case a lot of people didn't know, Uncle Jesse is their uncle, is literally their uncle. That was their mom's brother. Just throwing that out there. And in Fuller House, it's DJ and her 3 boys with Stephanie, her sister, and her best friend Kimmy Gibbler helping her raise her sons. So Kimmy has a daughter named Ramona, and she's separated from her husband. I believe his name is Fernando. And Kimmy agrees to, Kimmy volunteers to move in with her daughter Ramona to help DJ and her boys. And Jackson, who's the oldest son, is not a fan of Ramona. I can't stand her at all. So Stephanie is downstairs where Joey was, and Ramona and Kimmy are upstairs where Jesse and Rebecca was after they got married in the attic. I guess it was like the attic. But when Ramona looked at her room, it was super small and DJ felt really bad. So she rearranged everything. So that way it was kind of just like how Full House was, where Stephanie and DJ had to share a room. Now her 2 sons have to share a room. And Ramona gets Jackson's room. And this kind of pushes Jackson over the edge. So we do get a surprise visit from Uncle Jesse in this episode. And he comes in, and there's a lot of puns and like corny jokes about just Full House and the correlation to Fuller House and different things like that, and just TV shows in general. There's like a lot of corny puns with that. And he stopped by to get his lucky guitar Priscilla before he drove down to LA. So Max is obviously upset and trying everything in his power to get his room back, or to have his own room, because that's his, like, man cave or boy cave. And Stephanie tells Jackson the story of, like, her and DJ and how they ended up moving in together, because DJ's whole basis is that Jackson and Max living together is just going to bring them closer, like it did for her and Stephanie. And in the story that Stephanie was telling Jackson, she said how DJ ran away to the garage. And so Jackson had the great idea of running away too. He snuck into Jesse's car and became, like, the stowaway. And, you know, Jesse has to give Uncle Jesse a lecture, and brings him back. And, you know, it was like the adventures of Kimmy and Stephanie working together, because DJ got a call that she had to go into work. So it's the adventures of them working together and being alone with the kids, and, you know, different things like that. And the episode ends with Jackson just, like, being really honest and saying, listen, first my dad died, then we moved out of our house, then, you know, more people moved in with us in this new house, and now I'm losing my bedroom, and I'm feeling like I'm losing everything that's important to me, and like I have nothing left, basically. And DJ goes into explaining, you know, how there are so many people who love him, and just there are a lot of changes, and you just kind of gotta go with the flow. And that was pretty much, like, the whole entire episode. You can go on Netflix if you would like, or I'm sure you'll find it online to watch somewhere and see the episodes. The show is just really corny to me. Like, it's really, really corny to me. And I hope that it gets better in more episodes. Like, it's the same concept of Full House. I mean, if you've watched Full House, then in essence, you have watched Fuller House. And, you know, it's very interesting, because they seem to be doing a lot of these spin-off shows. Like, there was Boy Meets World, which I loved Boy Meets World, and I don't care how old I get, I still love Boy Meets World. And that is one show from my childhood that I can literally watch and not think, oh my god, this is corny. What was I thinking for watching this? And they did their spin-off of Girl Meets World, which is about Corey and Topanga's daughter. I like that show. I can tolerate that show. I don't watch it like I'm like,
oh my gosh, it comes on this day, I need to watch it then.
I don't like it like that. But I have seen episodes on Netflix, and I didn't mind watching it on Netflix. But this, I just can't get into it. So I guess my take is that this is one of those shows where it's like, if you did not thoroughly enjoy the original, which is Full House, you may not thoroughly enjoy this, because it's almost like they're trying to relive the characters, but just, like, older. Like, I would say, in correlation of Fuller House and Full House, I would say DJ is supposed to be Danny, Stephanie is supposed to be Jesse, and Gibbler is supposed to be Joey. And it just doesn't work to me. It really doesn't work to me. I mean, the episode was whatever. I didn't really enjoy it. There were certain parts that did kind of make me crack a smile or chuckle a little bit. But it's really not that enjoyable to me. And I think the reason why it's not that enjoyable to me is because it's not like they're trying to modernize it. They're really not. Like, they're modernizing it in the sense of slang, modern slang, and modern technology, but they're not trying to modernize it in the sense of the script and how they carry out actions and situations. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I'm feeling so far watching this show. I'm just feeling like I'm still watching this corny show from the 80s to 90s. So I am, however, going to keep watching the episodes and reviewing it for you. I hope they get better. I was told that they get better. I don't know, because this episode wasn't better. Still corny. No, lies. The second episode was a lot better than the first episode. The first episode, I just couldn't wait for it to end. And I kept, like, because I watched it on my phone, I kept hitting my phone to see, like, the bar, like, when is it going to be over? I'm ready for this to end. So, I mean, I didn't do that while watching this episode, but it is very corny and it is very cheesy, and it's definitely a show that you can go without watching. It's very unmemorable, but that's my opinion. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and share, because sharing is caring. I post videos steadfast every Sunday and Tuesday, and then throughout the rest of the week, it is free game for me to post whatever I want. Whether it's a tutorial or a collab, I'm always open for a collab. You know me. I like to work with the public. Alright. Also, I have a giveaway that is open. It will be a 500 subscriber giveaway. You can check out that video. I will also leave that video in the links down below. And I guess I will see you guys in another video soon. Loves and likes ya. Bye-bye.